You can do everything right. You can find your idea, your customer, build your offer, land on your pricing, get your first sale, and still feel exhausted and trapped. Because if the business only runs when you're personally awake and grinding, you didn't build a business, you built a job that pays worse and demands more. Today we'll fix it before it ever becomes a problem you have to deal with. Because by the end of this video, you'll have your one-page map of your business that shows exactly what parts you keep, which parts you hand off, which parts you automate, and what part you stop doing entirely. A real plan for a business that can run without you being the bottleneck. Now, this is part 9 of my free course from idea to online business, and I learned this one the hard way. Early on, I confused being busy with actually building something, which isn't true. I answered every message, I scheduled every call, wrote the same answers over and over, sent emails. I told myself that it was dedication and commitment, but it wasn't. It was me becoming a single point of failure in my own business. I was trying to do everything, and then I got sick and the whole thing stopped. Now, that's not freedom, that's fragility. So I've built around this a principle that I now teach everyone that I call the infrastructure of freedom. And the engine inside it is something I call the D.E.A.L method. I tell my students to ask themselves, what's the deal? And D.E.A.L stands for delegation, elimination, and automation, which, if you do all three, leads to liberation. Now, here's how you do it. Write down everything it takes to deliver your offer and run your business. Don't leave anything out. Answering questions, booking calls, reminders, onboarding, new customers, taking payment, delivering materials, everything. Get it all out of your head because you can't free yourself from work that you can't see. If it's spinning around in your head, it's just going to lead to confusion. And once you have this down, I want you to put it into one of these 4 buckets. Is it something that you should delegate? Someone else can do. Maybe they can do it better than you can. In fact, they probably can. Now, Denise, for example, doesn't need to handle scheduling and emails and admin forever. That's something that a virtual assistant can do, and she could actually afford one. Let's talk about elimination. What are you doing that doesn't need to be done at all? For example, Denise was writing a custom welcome message for every new family, which was unnecessary. I love her heart, but she didn't need to be doing this. Instead, she wrote one warm welcome message that works for everyone and got a whole lot of time back. Let's talk about automation. In this day and age, there's absolutely no reason or excuse for doing something that software can do. There's no reason you should be booking appointments manually, sending out reminders and follow-up sequences, delivering material, especially if it's digital, which can all be automated. And this is exactly why I use High Level in my own business. It handles my scheduling, follow-up, delivery, customer tracking, so I'm not the bottleneck. If you want to see that set up, High Level has a free trial, and I've put together some serious bonuses for people just getting started. So go to ralphervin.com/highlevel, and the link is in the show notes. But hear me clearly, the tool serves the strategy, not the other way around. First, you decide what to automate, then you pick the tool to do it, and I recommend High Level. Now, I want you to refer back to everything that you listed that you do in your business. And there's a short list of things that you should focus on that should be the only things that you do in your business. These are the moments that require your judgment, your expertise, and your heart. For example, when Denise faces a frightened family, that's the part that she knows is worth keeping. And everything else, like we talked about, gets delegated, eliminated, or automated so she has the energy to be fully present. Now, I want you to go back to that list of everything that you wrote down, and I want you to start to categorize it. Put D next to things you should delegate, E for things that should be eliminated, A for things that should be automated, and then you'll know what to keep. And once you've done this, then you'll know with clarity how to really move your business forward because you won't be distracted by all of the things that you don't need to be doing. So far, we're 9 videos in. You have your idea, your customer, validation, your offer, your visibility plan, your launch, your pricing, and now the systems to keep everything from landing back on your shoulders. This is a real business now, designed on purpose. The systems map and template that's waiting for you in the toolkit, you can find the link to that in the description. But there's one piece left that ties all of this series together that I don't want you to miss. It's also the answer to a question many of you have been quietly worrying about. What if I've done all of this and I still haven't sold anything yet? In my final video in this free online course series, I show you why your free offer is the reason you shouldn't worry about this at all. Subscribe so you don't miss it. This is video 10 of my free online course from idea to online business. I'm Ralph. Thank you so much for tuning in to your place to learn how to build a business and wealth God's way. Always remember that faith plus work equals success, and I will see you in the next video. Please subscribe so you don't miss it. Take care and God bless.